Yo, stop fronting and use your head.
Wake up. America is Babylon, and she will be destroyed. Revelation 18 says, come out of her, my people. You must leave now.
Imagine a nation, rich beyond imagination, overflowing with influence, power and pride. A land where the...
There's nothing you can do but get out of New York.
Wake up. America is Babylon, and she will be destroyed. Revelation 18 says, come out of her, my people. You must leave now.
I'm not sure. And this week I'm going to go into, because I'm celebrating 40 years in the music industry, 40 years in the wilderness, and I came out of Babylon, so I'm excited. Praise AHAYAH. And actually, we are in 2026. 2028 will be 20 years for me, guys. 20 years out of the wilderness. I don't know if you can hear. I'm trying to play like a floor thing, and I hear absolutely nothing. But who knows why this is not working? But yeah, that's. Okay, so I hear that in my microphone, but I don't know if you guys. So praise AHAYAH, 40 years in the music industry, liken it to the wilderness journey out of Babylon. And you know, guys, I want to say something really quickly, because a lot of people get a little offended because I'm talking about music and worldly music at that. And I'm really all about okay, hold on, guys. Okay. As you can see, it's a mushkila. It's a problem, guys. Hey, it's a problem. But we're going to try to get through this. Okay, so praise the higher. So first thing I want to say is I wanted to make this to load the layout. I don't understand, guys. It's an issue. For those who you know, this my channel is really a biblical channel. It's all about coming out of Babylon, get out, get out, get out. As of Revelation 18, that Jordan is the safe place, and I go into very in-depth detail about this, all for the last. And I wanted to say, as of 2028, it'll be 20 years for me. Woohoo! 20 years for me, I will be out of Babylon. Praise AHAYAH. I am so thankful. Okay, so let me just show you. Let me just clap that up. Give myself a little pat on the back. Now, I don't know why you can't hear it. Oh, let me do it here. Okay. Praise AHAYAH for 20 years. 20 years out of Babylon. I am so happy and I'm so thankful to AHAYAH for maintaining me, sustaining me, blessing me, and keeping me. You know, I just, you know, was obedient. The Most High told me to go and I left. And I'm so happy that I did. Even though, you know, everybody loves Babylon. They think it's like the end all to be all. But for me, it was never that. And, you know, I knew something was wrong. And I wasn't awakened to the truth. But something in my spirit was telling me something was wrong. So about time, you know, years passed when the Most High woke me up to the truth, which was almost 20 years ago. I got up and I left. I was obedient. So I don't know if I'm sticking or not. I pray you can hear me because it looks wild. It's like I'm stuck. And it's not showing me but one thing. So I was obedient. Now a lot of people are just waking up to the truth. They just come into the realization that they need to leave. They are, you know, struggling with where I should go, where they should go, what they should do, how they're going to do it. I mean, you know, they really stressed out, some people. And unfortunately, guys, journey, you know, and I've been out all these years, and I'm so thankful that I got out. I feel thankful that I left, and I prayed, and I asked the Most High, and He delivered me. This was my deliverance. You know, everybody has their own journey, and people have to figure it out, you know. They have to figure out what the Most High is doing for them and, you know, to them. I just so thankful that I was obedient. I left, guys. So, and although I want to be a testimony to people, and I'm here to like show people and say, look over here, guys, we can make it. You know, I've been out all this time. It was the Most High who sustained me. I can't say that there's one thing that I've done, you know, to make this whole thing successful. It wasn't me. It was AHAYAH. AHAYAH brought me out. He led me out. He showed me what to do. He gave me direction. He put me in certain areas and places I would have never, ever thought to be or do. So I just want to clarify that. So I pray that I'm at least an example for people to show that, listen, I left, I was obedient to the Most High, and I am here. And it's not like I got out and I vanished. Nobody don't know what happened to me. Oh, there was a gay lady on YouTube, and you know, I used to see her and she was in Jordan, but I don't know what happened to her. Guys, I'm still here. I'm still a living testimony. I give all glory and praise. Let me clap that up again. Praise AHAYAH. I praise AHAYAH because he's the one who blessed me and kept me and made sure, you know, I stayed on this path. You know, I had to be obedient, but the Most High did all the rest. And so I just want to be in the testimony for people that it's not as hard as it seems. You know, Babylon is a wicked cesspool place. We need to leave. Get out, get out, get out. It will be destroyed. So you must know that destruction is coming. So get out, brothers and sisters, and we can make it here. But you know, there's a lot of little things. It's called Jacob's trouble. And we have to keep the law, statute, and commandments that was given to Moses in the wilderness. We have to come back under the law. So because we were under the curses in America, there's a lot of ambiguity, a lot of mis and disinformation. People are holding back information. The children of Israel is really, you know, it's a sad state to watch them try to figure this out. You know, they don't know who to listen to. They try to, you know, trying to figure things out, and it's just really rough. But I'm here. And if you want to ever get some information and it answers, I constantly tell people, Jordan is the safe place. Jordan is the safe place, brothers and sisters. This is where, yes, this is where we will be. This is where the Most High led Moses and Christ, who was the clouds by day, fire by night, that helped the children of Israel the whole way. He was leading Moses. Christ was, Yashayah was leading Moses all through the wilderness. Praise AHAYAH. And he's going to do it again. AHAYAH is bringing us back into the same wilderness, the wilderness of the people. If you know your scriptures, praise AHAYAH. He will bring us, he will do it again, and we're going to be in the same area as we did and we was the first time. So the holy mountain is in Jordan, and it's not in Saudi Arabia, it's not in Egypt, it's actually in Jordan, and this is where we're going to be. So this is my story, and this is my journey. 40 years, as y'all see my plaque up there, 40 years I've been in the music industry, and I've been like wandering in the wilderness, and after 20 of those years, actually, I've almost been out of Babylon. So I am so thankful. Let's clap it up. I'm clapping up. I'm celebrating, God. This is my celebration. So I'm so thankful to AHAYAH. And as you see with my thumbnail, you know, I've been just going through my journey. You know, these 40 years, it started, my first record deal was Never Gonna Let You Go on Sleeping Bag Records. 'Cause I will never, never, ever let you go. No, no. I'm never gonna let you go. I just want you to know. I'm never gonna let you go. I just want you to know. Oh no. And I actually did a revision of that. And then I have I try to show the video at the end. So, but I did a video, a revision, reimagine Never Gonna Let You Go. And I'm playing my little trusted guitar over here, and you know, so I'm just enjoying this whole journey. I thank the Most High. But so it's been 40 years in the music industry. I had several record deals, like maybe 5 or 6 throughout my life, and I've just been going and reflecting back on the times, like when I, you know, sang background for P. Diddy, when I did Jay-Z, you know, I met Jay-Z a couple of times. I was at the Grammys a couple of times. You know, I didn't meet Beyonce, but I was right next to her for a long period of time, and Jay-Z was there, Kanye was there, you know, and I saw Queen Latifah. It was a lot of celebrities that, as I went going to the Grammys every year, you know, I would run into people and meet different people and stuff like that. So this is just my journey, and today I'm going to reflect on Dreamgirls. I I think it was in the 90s, I went and auditioned. So let me just start today. So let me show you my banner. So y'all saw, you may have seen it, but I'm gonna see if I can pop it up now. Will it come on? Yeah, there it is. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, there it is. I wish I could make this smaller. No. Well, hold on. Let me see if I do it this way. Maybe you'll be able to see it. Dream girls, we are dream girls. Boy, we'll make you happy. Hold on. Let me see if you can see it now. Yeah. So this is Dream Girls, but I don't think if you won't be able to see me, and I don't know if you can hear me now, so I have to take it down, but just to show you that this is the banner. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me, but that's the banner, and that's the Dream Girls banner, and I actually auditioned. Now let me tell you how I got the part. So, you know, I used to always, I think this is after my record deal, the last record deal I had with Ross Steelo, with Carmen Brown. We sang in a group. After that, I ended up, you know, I started auditioning for different things, and there was a trade magazine called The Backstage. I don't know how many of y'all know The Backstage, but you just go and read The Backstage, and you get all kind of auditions, all kind of shows, things like that. And then after that, Craigslist came, and then people utilized that. So, but at the time, it was The Backstage. So I used to go to The Backstage and audition for stuff. So they had an audition for Dreamgirls, and I went and auditioned, and I got the part. Now, the great thing about this audition was, it was Oba Babatunde. I didn't put him on the flyer, but he is the main, you know, the main reason that I got that show. Oba Babatunde, he is a big actor, and he played in Dreamgirls, the original Dreamgirls, with Jennifer Holliday and I forgot some of their names, Loretta Devine and Shirley Ralph. So the original Dreamgirls, Oba Babatunde, he played Cece. So I don't know, guys, if you know this whole Dreamgirls thing, but let me get it for you so y'all can see. But it was I just like have a flyer, but I'm gonna show you some information on Oba Babatunde. He played the original Cece. Cece was Jennifer Holliday's character, was Effie's little brother. So Oba Babatunde, he was the original cast of Dreamgirls, and he played Cece. Hold on, let me see if I can find. Let me go into my file. Hold on. Oh, I know what I can do. I can share my screen. So give me 1 second. Let's show you this. And everything is so slow, guys. Sorry. And I have some things that's already pulled up. I'm going to share my screen, guys. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Let me just see if it comes on. Yes, right there. That is the original. Let me make it bigger. That is the Dreamgirls. Now this is when Beyonce, Knowles, Jamie Foxx, Eddie Murphy. This is their Dreamgirls. But the original Dreamgirls is with Jennifer Holliday, Oba Babatunde. It was what's her name? Yeah, I said Jennifer Holliday. It was Shirley Ralph and Diana Ross. Did she? Who played? No, it was Shirley Ralph played Diana Ross, and you know, Babatunde played Effie White, who is Jennifer Holliday's younger brother. So, you know, it was a huge, huge play, New York City, major, major, major. So when Oba Babatunde decided to do his own version of it, since he was in the original cast, it was a big thing, you know. So I went on this audition and I ended up getting the part. And I got the part of Laurel. Laurel is the third Dreamgirls. So it wasn't Jennifer Holliday. It wasn't, what's her name? I keep forgetting this lady's name. It wasn't Jennifer Holliday. It wasn't Diana Ross' character. It was the other girl. So that was who I was. Her name was Laurel. And when Oba, the thing about it was when Oba Babatunde, when he cast me, you know, I had to audition, I had to sing. And he said to me, wow, you're really Laurel. He said to me, you're really Laurel. So it was a compliment in a way, you know, that he would say that. It was a compliment, but also Laurel was kind of dingy. She had like this dingy way about her in the whole, you know, she was like really the dingy one. So that wasn't really like a compliment, really. So he was trying to, he's like, you're really, like, you know, you're a perfect Laurel. Because I was always, you know, kind of dingy and chipper kind of type, you know. So he cast me in that play, and it was out of Ohio, and it was at like the Candlewood or Camtisa Theater. And I had, listen guys, I took notes, I have all the notes and everything. Now I can't find it, because I didn't do the show last week, and now I'm looking for stuff. Because, you know, I rearranged my, not my hard drive, but my computer, my desktop, and all these things. And I moved a lot of the files, and now I can't find it. But never fear, because I do have, you know, I pulled up some video. So first let me show you like Oba Babatunde. He is the original Dreamgirls Cece, right? And I'm going to show you who he is, so in case you don't know. But he's really big, and he did a lot of acting roles. He did a lot of major, major things. So it was like a privilege to get cast by him in his version of Dreamgirls. Because he used all the original choreography. He used all the original singing. You know, he just really duplicated what he had already knew. So they kind of did a lot of little press on it. It was really nice. So, and in that, that's where I met Wylie Draper, who he was in the Jacksons, the television show of the Jackson. He played Michael Jackson, because he looked really like Michael Jackson, but I'm not going to go in there yet. First, let me talk about Oba Babatunde so you'll know who he is. So I'm going to share my screen and let you see who he is with him. Share my screen, and he had like interviews and things like that. So I just Googled him, Oba Babatunde, and it says Tony-nominated actor Oba Babatunde originated the role of Cece White in the legendary 1981 Dreamgirls production of Dreamgirls, performing iconic numbers like Family, Step Into the Bad Side, while Dreamgirls did notably out-of-town and regional theater connections in Ohio. Oh, so that did, I had Googled him doing the Ohio, his version of it, and that's where I auditioned for, and he cast me as Laurel, the third Dreamgirl. So this is Oba Babatunde, just so you know who he is, and I'm gonna give you a close-up of him. I'm gonna play this video, hold on, and give you a brief like synopsis. I hope it plays, because nothing is working around here, guys. I just gotta tell you, nothing is working. It's always issues. Can y'all see this? It's slow getting to you, but hold on.
Good or bad, old enough to remember the original stage productions. We've got Life, we've got How High, we've got Timbuktu, we've got SWAT, and so many productions in between. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a thrill and a joy to be here.
Yeah. Phenomenal parents and I think great people introduce you to phenomenal actors and
Now,
phenomenal
it's taking a
entertainers.
while to show up on the screen. Hold on, I don't know why. But you should, I'm sure you hear it. But this was 2 months ago. This, I don't know how old this is, but it says that this aired 2 months ago. So this is over Bubba Tunde. He's an older man now. But he was in the original the original cast of DREAMGIRLS. He played Cece, and he was very talented. And he's the one who I auditioned for, and he hired me as Laurel. So here's some, just so you get some information on him. But why is it not moving? I don't see it on the screen, guys. Let me go to, it's really hot in here, guys, and let me just bring this up. It's not showing on the screen, guys. But hopefully you can hear it. Man. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh. Oh, I know why. So, share this tab. Okay. So now you can see it. You should be able to see it. Okay, here.
Welcome to Music and Medicine. I'm your host, Dr. Moshe Lewis. Really ecstatic, delighted today to be joined by royalty here in terms of Hollywood legend in the building, Oba Babatunde. Your reputation, as I go back over time, I remember DREAMGIRLS. I'm good or bad, old enough to remember the original stage productions. We've got Life, we've got How High, we've got Timbuktu.
Okay, so those are some of the other movies he worked in. He did Life. He played Life with Eddie Murphy and all those comedians. That movie Life that Eddie Murphy was in, and Martin Lawrence. Okay, so, and he did a lot of other movies, but hold on.
We've got SWAT and so many productions in between. Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's a thrill and a joy to be here.
Yeah. Phenomenal parents and I think great people introduce you to phenomenal actors and phenomenal entertainers. And one of those first people that my parents introduced me to was Sammy Davis. I'd like to talk about just some of your remembrances of that young man.
You know, that's a beautiful introduction to an opportunity for me to give praise to a gentleman that I affectionately refer to as Mr. D. He was the first image that I saw on a small screen at home on a black and white television, doing everything. Not only did he do everything, but he was doing it with everyone that I identified as who were the best at doing it at that time.
Yes.
The acting, the singing, the dancing, the comedy, you know. It was who I then, I guess, without consciously realizing that who would be, who I would fashion my own journey in the entertainment industry. How we met personally and then became very close until his passing was in 1978. 1978, I was doing a world tour with a woman named Liza Minnelli. And we were embarking on our tour starting at Lake Tahoe, Harrods.
Right.
And so Mr. D was going to be, we would be following or preceding one another into the different venues around the world for the next year and a half. And he came to wish us well on our last night, which would have been the next night would have been him starting. And so Liza, knowing that I was a huge admirer of him, said, but Sammy's here and he wants to meet you. And I said, as entertainers might do, can I meet him after he's seen me work? Because then I thought there would be a real communication,
Sure.
you know. She says, well, he's not feeling well, and so he's not gonna stay for the show. So she said, but he would love to meet you. So I went into the room, and he was getting something out of the cooler, and he turned around and he said, "Hey, listen, man. Liza shares with me that you're marvelous, and I'll be seeing you as we tour around." And
Great impression.
and I said, "Wow, man, and Mr. Davis." He says, "Please call me Sam," and I could never call him that. So I said, "Well, thank you for stopping by." So we go on and we do the show. Midway through the show, I come off for my first costume change, and Liza's dresser.
Oh gosh, I hope this is okay because I should take this off. Hold on, because it might be feeding back and I don't know it, guys. Give me a second. So hold on, I'm gonna put. I think you still can hear me. Hold on.
Helen said, Liza said to tell you that Sammy stayed. Okay, great. I was going to do my show anyway. After the show, I hear in the hallway, "Marvelous line, honey, sensational. Where's Oba's dressing room?" "Down the hall." There's a knock on the door. "It's Sam, man." I open the door, and there he stood. He looks at me and he goes, "You, my man, are a bitch on wheels. A bitch on wheels. I am telling you, I'm so blown away." I invited him into the dressing room. He paid me a lot of nice compliments.
Okay, guys. So this is Oba
Watch where you're going.
Babatunde.
Classic.
This is Oba Babatunde, and I just wanted to introduce him because if anybody who doesn't know who he is the original CC in Dreamgirls, and I auditioned for him, and he cast me as Laurel, one of the Dreamgirls. So that's Oba Babatunde, and I had really, but I knew who he was because of Dreamgirls. But it was an honor to have been picked by him, and him tell me that.
And then I said to him, remember, we
tell me that I was, the perfect Laurel, which she was kind of like dingy. So I thought, I didn't know if that was a compliment or he just, But this is Oba Babatunde, guys, and I just wanted to, let it be known who he was. Very big actor, and he put on his rendition of Dreamgirls, and I got hired. So from there, once we got hired, is how I met Billie Porter. Let me pull him up, guys. Billie Porter. Hold on. What happened? Oh, here we go. Okay. Let me remove that. I'm trying to go. This is awesome. Praise the higher. I don't know. Did I? Oh, here we go. I got lost for a second. Okay, so I'm going to take that off the stage. So, as you can see on my flyer, I don't know if you can still hear me, but this is Billie Porter and Wylie Draper. Okay? So I end up meeting Billie Porter because Billie Porter was CC. Oba Babatunde casted Billie Porter as CC. So he had to be fierce. If Oba, because he can sing very well. I don't know if how many of you know Billie Porter now, but I was shocked to see him on TV many years later because he's doing really big things right now. He won an Emmy, or I don't know if he won a Grammy, but he won a Tony, so he sings and he dances. And when I met him, he was young. He was only like 20 years old or so. He had to be really young. And he was very feminine even back then. So I don't know what happened to him in his life or whatever, but even back then, because he's just flamboyant now. He's just straight out there now. But back then, he was even feminine. He was very feminine. So, you know, me being in the music industry and, you know, acting and doing DREAMGIRLS and, you know, doing all these plays, you kind of meet a lot of gay men. There's a lot of gay men who, you know, all up and through that industry. So, but I was just surprised that he was so young and he was just very feminine. Not that I didn't know any young gay guys, because a lot of the dancers, they were all very gay, you know. So I was like a fag hag at that time, hanging around all these gay guys, you know, because all through the music industry, that's all was there. You know, a lot of the dancers, a lot of the singers, they were all, you know, gay. So, is unfortunately, you know, especially now, me knowing the truth, you know, I had to really stay away from that. Once I started waking up to the truth, the Most High showed me that it wasn't right, you know, that the gay thing wasn't right for these men, you know. I didn't meet too many gay women, or they didn't tell you they were gay unless something happened. But the men were, oh my gosh, they filled the industry. You know, the dancers, the singers, the actors, they were all like gay, you know. So, you know, when you're young, you don't realize how much of a sin it is and how much of a spirit it is. You don't realize it. But, you know, as, you know, I started getting older, and as the Most High started waking me up to the truth, you know, I started to really see it for what it was. So, but anyway, so meeting him, Billy Porter, let me bring up his picture. Hold on. Because he, you know, he was young, but he was very effeminate even back then. You know, very dramatic. Okay, hold on, let me find, see. Okay. Oh, let me go out of that, hold on. Yes, so. Give me 1 second. I have to go. Yeah, so. Give me 1 second, guys. Bear with me. I want to show you a picture of him. We're talking about Billy Porter, who now he's, you know, doing very well for himself, but he is out there stuff. And on Nappy Head Chronicles, I wanted to address this. So give me a second, because no way do I condone it at all. You know, it's not cool. And a lot of these men have really just lost themselves in, you know, getting caught up in that lifestyle, and they just think that it's, you know, something, the thing to do. So this is him now. This is Billy Porter now. And he, you know, like he won an Emmy. I think he won a Tony Award, like a lot of stage plays that he's done. You know, he's very talented, and he sings really well, and he dances awesome. So, you know, and I think he's on his way to being an EGOT. An EGOT is someone like Whoopi Goldberg is an EGOT. I think Jennifer Hudson is an EGOT. And what's an EGOT is someone who won an Emmy, someone who won a Tony Award, someone who won an Oscar and a Grammy. So when you have all 4 of those main awards, it's called an EGOT. And so he, Billy Porter, I think he's on his way to becoming an EGOT, because I think he has 3 out of the 4. I don't think he have a Grammy yet, but he has an Oscar, a Tony, and an Emmy. So, you know, that's, you know, it's really a hard thing. It's like you being a triple threat. It's the same thing as that. So, yeah, so he was in DREAMGIRLS, with me, and he was young. We were young because this was when it was in the 90s, early 90s, or not late, the later 90s, maybe about 96, I think, or 7. And I auditioned, I got the part, and he was Cece, and he could sing. He was so talented, he could sing. He was young at the time, talking about Billie Porter. And I was so surprised years later, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, seeing him on TV. He's been all over the place on the different red carpets, and he won a Tony, won an Emmy, so he's doing his thing, very famous, but very flamboyant and out there, gay, just a real effeminate man, and it's so sad to see, I'm not surprised at all because he was feminine when I met him, we was in the show together, and he was very feminine, but he was a nice guy, he was young and he was nice, he was humble, and he looks exactly the same, just, a little older, but he hasn't changed and he hasn't aged, excuse me. But he's very talented, got to give him that. So, let me go there. So, I got to meet him, and I was very surprised when I saw him on TV. And I wanted to show, hold on, let me see, I have some other stuff for him. Because I was going to talk about this on Nappy Head Chronicles, where I talk about the news and stuff like that. And I really go, so I don't really want to dog him here, because, it's not about that. But I'm going to go into it on Nappy Head Chronicles because I always talk about these effeminate men and how like they are so over the top with being feminine and wanting to be women and and things like that. Now I don't know what happened to him. Times people have issues and they've gone through things in their childhood. So I just don't really want to dog him here, because that's not what this channel is about. But I will go into it, and I even have a video that I was going to use. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to stop sharing this now. And I'm going to see if I can find that video really quickly, because it says it's very telling. Hold on, guys. Let me see if I can find it. I'll keep trying to talk, though. But it's very telling because, a lot of these men in this music industry, man, it's really sad how these brothers feel that they must really sell themselves short and go all out and just being, they just go all out. And it's the same thing like with the whole P. Diddy. Like he really just went all out with him being, hold on. Oh, here you go. Okay, so here's the video. I'm going to play this video. I'm glad I found it. I'll discuss it later. This is Billie Porter and Wayne Brady.
I'm too upset because you're not listening. I'm listening. Say something, sis. Life is a celebration with you on my arm. It's worth the aggravation with you on my arm. Oh, you always do bounce back quicker because I'm on limber. You always were.
So listen. So this is some kind of Broadway play or rehearsal that they're doing, or I don't even know the name of the play. I don't know the name of the Broadway, but it's probably something big. I just don't know. I'm not in America, and I haven't been here for almost 20 years. But I ran across this when I started, I was going to do something on these men in the music industry, how, like, totally effeminate they are. And we know that this is totally an abomination against the Most High. So I just got to say it. I'll cover it more on Nappy Head Chronicles, because y'all know, I'll be going in a lot of times on these brothers. But I just really want to show, okay, so this is Billie Porter, the one in the colorful smock, and the other guy is Wayne Brady. And I didn't know that he was this feminine, but, I guess they do what they have to do. I guess this is a Broadway show, and it's probably about 2 gay men or something like that. I don't know. I have to look it up. But I don't, and this is, it seemed like it's in the rehearsal before they actually go, live to the stage or whatever like that. But it's just really them acting like two gay men, you know? And I just said, it's such an abomination and it's such a shame that these brothers have to go out like this, and I didn't really want to use this to bash this brother, Billy Porter, but it is what it is. I mean, it's clear that he's an effeminate, and that I didn't know Wayne Brady was also effeminate, but this is what these men has to do. They have to transform in this music industry and act like women, to even reach any levels and sell themselves out. They sell their soul for this fame and stuff like that. And it's just these are the men. These are black men operating, and they're supposed to be kings of this earth. And this is how they they do. And I'm not saying that women don't do it either, but the men are the kings, and of course everybody follows behind Judah. These are the kings, and this is what they do, and this is what they represent. They have no qualms about it, even though a lot of times these people have been molested as children, and something tragic happens to them as a child, and then they take on these spirits. But this is what we have to deal with, seeing our men diminish themselves to this. So I'll just play a little bit more, but this is Billy Porter, and he is who I worked with on DREAMGIRLS. Okay.
I'm faced with the morning that's boring and bland. With you, it looks good. With you, it looks great. If you want me, with you, it looks great. Watch me dance, baby. Remember this? Hey! Come on. 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is just how the gay boys be acting too. So I don't even know what's the name of this play. Twerking. But he can sing. Billy Porter and Wayne Brady too. I didn't know he can sing that well.
It's suddenly, it's suddenly, whenever it's you, whenever it's you, whenever it's you,
Okay, so this is the men. These are our men, and I was gonna use that video in Nappy Hair Chronicles to talk about the condition of our black men in America. But because of I wanted to celebrate my 40 years in the music industry. Praise AHAYAH. And I got to do DREAMGIRLS with Billy Porter, who is, he's doing his thing, I must say, but he's very effeminate, guys. And we know that this is abomination against AHAYAH. And, now that we're getting into these laws, statutes, and commandments, our brothers have to step away from this behavior. Repent, repent, repent. Praise AHAYAH, because, the King Yashayah is coming back, and this stuff will not be tolerated. So I just have to say that, but I'll go more into it on Nappy Hair Chronicles. So which brings me to Wylie. Wylie Drayton. Hold on. And, you know, I just have to say rest in peace because he passed away. But Wylie was amazing too. Both of them were very, very talented. And it was like a real big cast of talented people. You know, I had wrote all the names down, the people who played Effie, the girl who played Dina, which is Diana Ross' character, and that's Effie and Dina, and then I was Laurel, and you know, doing Dreamgirls. So it was so much fun. I really loved the movie. You know, I always like act out different things, even till this day, because it's just an amazing play. But Wylie Drayton, this is this young man. Hold on, let me share my screen. Okay, let me take this out. And I'm going to show you who Wylie Drayton is. And y'all will see him. He naturally looks like Michael Jackson, really. Now, where is this? Hold on. Here it is. Hold on, guys. I might have to share my screen. Ba 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 ba. Hold on. It's not here. It's in Michael Jackson. I don't know which file that I put this stuff in, guys. He looks so much like Michael Jackson, even more than Jafar to me. This guy was the original Michael Jackson. And he played in the Jackson 5 television show as Michael Jackson. But guys, I can't find nothing. Whenever you're looking for stuff, you can't find it. Hold on. His name is Wylie Drayton. He played the original Michael Jackson, and he ended up passing away. Now, when I met him, it was before he got the part. But I remember talking with him because he looked so much like Michael Jackson. So what he was a street performer, and he used to do cruise ships as Michael Jackson. Hold on, guys. Gosh. I can't find this stuff. It's not there. Hold on. I just had it. See, this is one thing. You try to prepare and you get stuff together, but it doesn't. Here it is, right here. The hell I did it over there. That's in the P. Diddy file, but it's not showing up. And I'm trying to share my screen. Hold on. Okay, so this is him. Okay, can you see that? This is Wylie Drayton. He looks just like Michael Jackson, guys. And this is just how he looked. No plastic surgery, nothing. He's just Michael. So he was a dancer. He was in the Dreamgirls that we were in with Babatunde, and he was a dancer. And this was before he got cast in the movie, the Jackson 5. Let me see about that. Let me see the original Jackson 5 movie. Hold on, guys. So that y'all can. Wylie Draper is his name. He did the first Michael Jackson movie, and it was played the adult Michael Jackson in the so this is 1992 television Jackson American Dream. So this was before. I thought we did Dreamgirls in late 90s. It was maybe early. It had to be like 89, 90, because this is before he got cast in the movie. We were in Dreamgirls together, and he got the lead role. And also the young boy, who was? Draper portrayed the pop star during his adult solo years, famously recreating the iconic moments like Motown 25 and Billie Jean. So he was awesome. And I want to do some of the, hold on. He can sing, he can dance, he looked just like Michael Jackson. Here, let me show you guys this. I'm going to share. Okay. Can you see that? No. It doesn't say share this screen. It says, hold on, guys. Hold on. So you can see who he is actually. This is, I'm gonna hold on. What is it now? Oh, here. Here we go. Sorry for being so slow. This is Wylie Draper performing Michael Jackson. Wylie Draper, y'all. You look just like him. I hope I don't get in trouble for showing this. But let me stop for a minute just to say, fair use, educational, entertainment purposes. Yes, so Wylie Draper, this was him. He was the original Michael Jackson in the, let me see, what was it called? It was Billie Jean, the Jackson, An American Dream. He played the older Michael Jackson. And that little boy, Jason Weaver, now he's older now. He played the younger Michael Jackson, and I'm going to show you him too, because he talks about knowing Wylie and working with Wylie. But he was so talented, this young man. Rest in peace, Wylie. passed away, guys, 1 year after doing the Jackson American Dream. He was so talented, y'all. He looked just like Michael Jackson. He is bad. Wylie, Draper. Rest in peace. He looked just like Michael Jackson too. You got Michael down pat. Praise Yashayah. So that's Wylie Draper. He played Michael Jackson in the Jackson and American Dream. And I got to meet him, before he got this part. So it had to be like 89 or 90. And because then I had heard, that he had got the part. But I remember talking with him because he looked so much like Michael Jackson. And he was a Michael Jackson impersonator at his, at the time. He used to work on cruise ships and stuff. But I want to show, let me take this off, hold on. I want to show Jason Weaver. Y'all may remember him. He talks about Wylie Draper. So I wanted to play that part. So let me find that. Because, these people, they touched lives while the time they were here. It was unfortunate that he had passed away. But I remember always thinking and wondering, was he a sacrifice? Because he died 1 year right after he did the movie. I had heard that he died, and you know how they do people. They be sacrificing people, and it just be like, oof, they horrible in that music industry. But this was early on. This was in the 90s, and it says it was in 92. So that means I met him, it was maybe like 2 years before he got that part. I remember maybe it was 89 that we did DREAMGIRLS, I can't remember. But it couldn't have been, I don't know, it must have, because that's the date they give. So it was before I actually got signed with Ross Stilo, the girl group that I was in. Because we didn't do that until like 95. So this was, before that, because it aired in 1992, the Jackson American Dream. And I didn't know him. He died 1 year later, so that means he died in 93. So I must have met him around 1990, maybe 89, maybe. And I was young, but we all were young. And he looked just like Michael Jackson. He performed just like Michael Jackson, and we was talking to him and asking him questions because he was so good. But it was before he got that. He was like soft-spoken, very nice, very sweet young man, nice and quiet, and he looked like Michael Jackson, so people was always, talking to him about it. So I thought it was a pleasure to work with him. And then I had heard that he ended up passing away. So it was like, wow, that was sad. Okay, hold on. Let me just look it up for Jason Weaver. Jason Weaver played the young Michael Jackson with Wylie Draper. Jason Weaver. Michael Jackson. He did a on Art of Dialogue. He did a. This is them two together. Let me show that. I'm gonna share my screen so you know who he is. Oh, so it's a lot of little, memories. Praise AHAYAH. I have a lot of those memories. Okay, so here, this one, Jason Weaver, that's the young Jason Weaver. He played Michael Jackson when he was small. And this is Wylie, who played the older Michael Jackson. So that's them two together. And he did an interview talking about Michael Jackson. And I just want to play that. Hold on. I think he did it with the Art of Dialogue. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Yeah. And it was so sad that he passed because he was so young and he was so talented. But there was a major film break. So he looked more like Michael Jackson than even Jafar Jackson, the nephew. Let me see, Jason Weaver. I think it was the Art of Dialogue. He did an interview talking about Wylie, working with him. Hold on. That's the full interview, but yeah, here you go. Different thing. Hold on. Yeah, this is it. Hold on. Hold on. Let me share my screen. So I'm almost through, guys, but I just wanted to share this, go back down memory lane, praise AHAYAH, that I can, and share my stories of, just working with different people and being out of Babylon, y'all. I'm so thankful. And I pray that this is some incentive for brothers and sisters who want to come out. This is my testimony. I've been out almost 20 years. 2028 will be 20 years out of Babylon, living abroad. We can make it, brothers and sisters. Don't be afraid. Don't let fear, stop you from being obedient. The Most High commands us to come out of her, my people. It's time to get out. Jordan is the safe place. There is a safe place. So, you don't have to be afraid or, and I'm not hiding. A lot of people come out and they start to hide. I have access. People have access to me. You can, email me, I told you entertainment, or I told you travel at yahoo.com. I'm here to let people know that we can make it outside of America because there's so much fear mongering. People try to get our people to sit still and not, get out. And the Most High tells us to get out of Babylon. It's time for us to leave. Jordan is the safe place, brothers and sisters, so that you'll know. So this is Jason Weaver discussing Wylie, Draper, who he worked with as Michael Jackson. And I worked with him in DREAMGIRLS, but he ended up unfortunately passing away a year after he made the movie and he starred as Michael Jackson. So just here, hold on.
Jason Weaver, happy to have you, my man.
Hey, man, I'm happy to be here. It's an honor to be on Art of Dialogue. Big fan of the show, man. So thank you for having me. I'm glad we could make this happen.
Yeah, go check out the channel.
Oh, man. It's an honor having you on the platform, man. I mean, I've been watching your work since I was a kid, man.
Oh, man. Oh, no, man. Thank you. As soon as I got the call from Omar Gooden, OG, and, I'd seen his interview as well. And he was like, no, man, definitely got to sit down with Art. He's a great guy. And, of course I was definitely down because I watch a lot of the episodes on the show. Definitely appreciate and respect your work and, the type of interviews that you conduct and that you give. So, nah, man, I'm really as well. Whoever chooses to tune in and check it out, man, I appreciate them as well.
Oh man, definitely, man, definitely. Hey yo, do you know most people they say you had the best depiction of Michael Jackson out of anybody? You know that, yo?
You know what, man? Throughout the years, I've received a lot of compliments regarding my performance with portraying Michael Jackson in Jackson's American Dream. Um, I'm honored whenever people, approach me on the street and they compliment me for was the rest of the cast and the crew. A lot of hours on set. Um, it was definitely a real gig, man, and portraying an iconic figure or performer like Michael Jackson and how he was during that time, how big he was during that time. There's a lot of pressure, of course, stepping into those shoes or filling those shoes because they have such a, amazing fan base. But the Jackson family fan base, in particular Michael Jackson's fan base, is into that they were going to be very analytical when it came down to his portrayal. But thankfully, I was able to pull it off by the grace of God. It was just a lot of rehearsal, a lot of preparation, a lot of great people around me that helped me step up to the plate. One, including my mother, our choreographer, God rest his soul, Michael Peters, who was also Michael's choreographer back then. So it was a lot of people that helped me step up to the plate. I can't take that credit. Got it auditioning here in Chicago. Yeah, originally I heard about them casting for the Jackson's American.
Okay, I just want to stop for a minute for anybody who may just came in. We're talking about Wylie Draper, who played Michael Jackson in the Jackson American Dream. I had the opportunity to work with him on DREAMGIRLS. I did a stage play, and I got to work with him. I just wanted to show this interview of when Wylie had portrayed Michael Jackson in the Jackson American Dream with Jason Weaver. Jason played the young Michael Jackson, and Wylie played Michael when he got older. That's the video I just showed you. So if you're just coming in and you see this, you'll know, go back and watch Wylie Draper. Unfortunately, he passed away. Rest in peace, Wylie. But he was amazing talent, very talented. So he's just gonna, give some insight on it.
American Dream when I was working in a recording studio that my cousin Laney Stewart and my mother owned at the time in Evanston, Illinois. I was maybe about 11 or 12. The Jacksons, the miniseries in itself was kind of still in pre-production. Williams, and so they were, building up the cast to, I guess, make the film really, really attractive, to viewers when you have big names like that. And so by the time they started casting for Michael #2, which was technically my role in there because it was 3 Michaels, so I was Michael #2. The national casting call, man. They were auditioning kids all over the United States, and then in some cases, across the pond. I think even Wade Robeson, he had auditioned for it. He's originally from Australia. There were kids, from Europe. I'm sure kids from Asia, but it was a pretty big deal, the auditioning process for that.
Actually chose you, right?
Yeah, Michael had to personally pick the actors who portrayed him in the miniseries. So I was honored. I went through the whole process of, I guess advancing past kids from the international to the national auditions to finally, there were a group of kids that were like flown out to Los Angeles, kids from Chicago, kids from New York, whoever else that, that they were interested in taking a look at. So we were all flown to Los Angeles to audition in front of the Jackson family, the ABC network, who were the people who were who were broadcasting the miniseries at the time. And then Michael was on, he wasn't on tour yet in Europe, but he was rehearsing in Europe, preparing for the Dangerous tour. So he wasn't actually present during the audition process, but once we went through kind of like that semi-final round of audition in front of his family and the producers and the casting director and the director, then the last three finalists, if you will, their tapes were flown out to Michael, and then from there he had to make the decision, ultimately who he wanted to portray. I guess he saw something in me that he just saw, where I guess he felt that I could step up to the plate and do him justice. As far as portraying life, man, and I can't thank whenever I get the opportunity in an interview, I always take the time to thank Michael, for giving me that opportunity. Just a kid from Chicago, man, that he just selected out of all of these amazing. Shout out to the Jackson family, from Jermaine Jackson to Mr. and Mrs. Jackson. The whole family was really involved in the casting process. So I appreciate them as well for believing in me and giving me that opportunity. And shout out to Suzanne DePass as well, who was the executive producer of that miniseries at the time, but who was also my manager at that time as well.
Wow.
So she put a lot of faith in me and gave me a shot too. So shout out to Suzanne DePass for sure.
Did he ever come to the set?
He came to set one time, but it was like really, really brief. And, those of us who got the opportunity to meet him briefly, we did. And it was cool. I mean, it was just one of those experiences where I was kind of like in and out because we were on a lunch break. And I think we were kind of behind that day schedule wise because we were filming studios on Magnolia Boulevard in Burbank. And we were actually filming the I'll Be There segment of the film, where I was in the studio with Barry Gordy, who Billie D. Williams played. And so we had a lot of star power on the set that day and a lot going on. And so I guess during that time when he was in Los Angeles for whatever business that he was doing at the time, he was able to sneak over and, say hello to a couple of the cast members, and then, then he kept it moving. So I was honored to meet him, honored to, receive positive feedback from him, and to know that, I truly had his blessing,
I to the set.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was kind of like Michael's thing back then, because he was such a, he's such a huge star, man. Like, that would have slowed production down. So they had to keep it kind of low.
I heard that Tupac and Janet, they came to the set once.
Yes, they did. Yes. Twice during the time when he was still here with us. But yeah, him and Janet came down to that same set. That was during the time when they were filming Poetic Justice. Tupac. So his persona was just, very humble, very cool. Talked to everybody, that he ran into on set. I shook his hand and just had the opportunity to tell him that I was a fan. So that was dope. that miniseries coming out. And mind you, this was prior to social media, the internet, all of that. So when you had that, to get a glimpse as to what exactly we were doing over there. So that was dope. You know, twice, 3T, if anybody remembers that group. Of course, Jermaine Jackson Jr. was actually in the film portraying his father. Who else would come on this set? I mean, that whole experience, I'll be honest with you, was just like such a blur, because there really wasn't any time to focus on who was around. I really had my blinders on. I was really focused on the job, and I was focused on, executing. So even if there were an abundance of celebrities that were coming through, I was completely unaware.
The guy that played the grown Michael Jackson that passed away soon after the movie came out. You have any insight on what happened to him?
Oh, Wylie Draper. Wylie Draper. Wylie was, man, that was my guy, man. Wylie, originally from Atlanta. Wylie was actually one of the cast members who helped me the most, as far as really locking down Michael's persona and his whole his whole persona, even on stage. Wylie and I would work together a lot, even after rehearsal, because that was one of the things that Michael Peters, God rest his soul as well, that he always challenged us with. He would always say in rehearsals, like, now I hope y'all know that everybody around the world is gonna be watching y'all. So, you better rehearse here and you better get it in. And even those times where you can rehearse on your own, take the time to do it, because there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be critical of your performances. And, if you guys don't come through, the world is definitely going to let you know. So those of us, well, all of us, took that very, very seriously. There wasn't a cast member on that show that didn't, take extra hours to rehearse or to prepare, or, to lock in, even tighter into their roles. So Wylie and I, and he'd give me suggestions, and because he was really like on point when it came to Michael. I think prior to him being cast in the miniseries, he was a performer on cruise ships as a Michael impersonator. And so, he really, he really had it down. But, aside from him presenting such a beautiful performance in that film, man, he was just an amazing and beautiful person, man. Beautiful spirit, nice to everyone, very humble. I actually went and visited him when he was in the hospital. He was at St. Joseph's Hospital in Burbank, and I think this was maybe 5 to 6 months after the miniseries had aired. And then I caught wind that he was sick with leukemia. And so my mother and I, we found out that he was at St. Joseph's in Los Angeles. And so we went over there to visit him, and I got a chance to tell him, thank you, and how much I appreciated him and loved him as a friend, and, prayed with him. And then unfortunately and sadly, maybe like a month later, he passed. But Wylie was really, really good guy, man. And all of us who had the pleasure of working with him on that miniseries, we all miss him. We wish, I believe all of us, we wish that he would have gotten a chance to really, receive his flowers fully while he was still here with us,
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. Him passing away so soon after the movie. Terrible, man.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah.
This is a song about a breakup.
Yeah, so I just want to play that because he gave some insight on Wylie, and he really was a nice guy, young, and he had gotten that part, and he looked and act so much like Michael Jackson. That's what I remembered about him. And when we were working on DREAMGIRLS together, and we used to ask him questions because he used to act so much like Michael Jackson. He used to dance like Michael Jackson. So nobody was more deserving for that part, that TV series, than him, because he looked and acted like Michael Jackson. And I pray he rests in power, rest in peace, because he was a really, really nice guy, humble, and we were young. It was in the early 90s. So, but I just wanted to take this time to just grasp and think about some of these things, because guys, to be honest with you, I don't even think about this stuff, and I have to go back into my memory to even remember. But these were all times that the Most High I felt, was giving me favor, even back then, before he woke me up to the truth, before he told me to come out of Babylon. The Most High was with me even then, because I got to do a lot of things with, some of the, big people who are big stars now. Like I told you, I did background for Michael Jackson. I mean, that's like, wow. Then I actually got to meet him in person. It was amazing. And also, like seeing Whitney Houston right up front. I saw her and got a picture of her too, right? When she was standing right next to me, I took a picture of Whitney Houston. And I had all this stuff on my old website, my Chandra Simmons website, but then I let it go, and I had, all these pictures that I had, even the one with Beyonce and Jay-Z. I think I took a picture of them while I was online with them at the Grammys. I was really so close to them. I took a picture. So I'm gonna see if I could get those pictures and things, these memories that I have, but because I really don't even get to think. All these years, guys, I haven't even time to think about this stuff. So I'm glad to be able to share it. I pray, somebody will. This is for our brothers and sisters to know that there is life outside of Babylon. So, you can make on, they give up, or, and a lot of people come out and they hide. I'm not hiding. I've been on this internet for all these years, and 2028 will make 20 years that I've been out of Babylon. And I've been in the music industry for 40 years, so half of in Jordan, or not in Jordan per se, but out of Babylon. So 40 years in the wilderness, 40 years in the music industry, and 20 years of that time I've been outside of America. And so I'm just a living witness that AHAYAH is amazing, and he will take care of you. He will deliver you out, guys. And that's why I am, making this video. I want to utilize this channel. So that's why I'm really taking the time and talking about the music industry, because it's been like 40 years in the wilderness. And I'm so thankful that I'm out of Babylon. Jordan is the safe place. And I'm here to tell you, brothers and sisters, to get out, get out, get out. Jordan is the safe place. America will be destroyed. That we have to come out of her, my people. This is what the Most High tell us in Revelation 18. And so I have to give the good news. The good news is, even though, it's Jacob's trouble, even though it's Jacob's trouble, the Most High commands us to come out of Babylon, and that there is a safe place for us to sojourn. And that is here in Jordan. And this is where our forefathers were sojourning with Moses the first time, under Christ's leadership, because it was Christ who led us through the Red Sea. It was Christ who, clouds by day, fire by night. It was all Christ Yashayah who, governed us in the wilderness under Moses' tutelage. So I just want to say thank you. So I'll figure out what I'm going to talk about next week. But this is my journey, guys, and I'm glad to share it. And I want to say, go pick up some merch, guys. I have AHAYAH'SPromise cups, t-shirts, hats. As you can see, this is AHAYAH'SPromise, Chandra Simmons. This is my website. Okay, and I'm finishing up my album, guys. So please, and thank you for those who have supported me, all those who do support me. I thank you, thank you, thank you. Praise AHAYAH. We will have land here. We will have tents. We will be in this wilderness eventually. So I pray that you are getting prepared. Come out of her, my people. Jordan is the safe place. We will be dwelling in tents as we see this thing breaking down. You know, that war with Iran is still going. It ain't going nowhere, brothers and sisters. Y'all need to come out of Babylon. Jordan is the safe place. So if you want to support the work, I thank you for those who do support me. I appreciate you. I thank you so much. I want to show you my website, chandrasimmons.com. Please go to my website, guys. Buy some merch, pick up a t-shirt. I got Song of Moses, coming out of Babylon like we did in the time of Moses. And I'm recording, I have to put up my new song, guys, this month. Every month I'm putting up a new song. So I'm mixing and mastering the next one now. So hopefully it'll be done in a day or two. So I'm going to put that up. So look for my new song. I'm not going to tell you what it is. And I'm going to try to finish up the album. You can pre-order the album. Go to chandrasimmons.com. And, you know, it's a great support, guys. Hold on. Let me show you my website. But yeah, this has been an awesome journey. I'm so glad to be out of Babylon, and I'm so glad to be able, and I'm so thankful to be able to come before you and tell you and show you my, you know, my information, show you how the Most High has taken care of me, He kept me going. You know, to even come and tell this story, 40 years in the wilderness. Praise AHAYAH, you know. Hold on, let me see where I'm at. I'm gonna shame. Okay. But this is, you know, I have so many little different stories. I don't know what I'm gonna do next, and you know, I'll change at the last minute, so I don't want to say. But hopefully, please join me this time next week. I will be talking again about the music industry. I covered Kanye West, and I just always want to big him up for the major history-breaking moments that he's doing right now on his tour. This brother is breaking records. He was in Turkey, did 100 and something thousand tickets sold, in Albania, independent artistry. And he's doing it on a major level, because you know that these small hats are trying to stop him. But he's still going strong. And he's independent, guys. I think he just has a manager, and he's, you know, wow, he's just breaking so many records. And this is the whole point of being independent, where nobody's really holding you or, you know, calculating your money, or there's no real corporate backing, you know. So you got to give that brother his props for Kanye West for breaking barriers and making history. Okay, so let me share my screen one time more before I bounce up out of here. But I give all glory and praise to Yashayah. I thank you for these, AHAYAH, for taking care of me and giving me these moments. And I pray you know, you support. This is my website, chandrasimmons.com. And I survived Babylon. Y'all, I survived. I got out. And the Most High has sustained me in this wilderness. And, you know, so this is my 40-year celebration. And I'm this is my website. I'm selling, you know, merch. You know, pick you up a mug, a cup. Also t-shirts, AHAYAH'SPromise cups. I also got the, after this is over, I will go back into AHAYAH Bible's book club. So I have merch on that. I have books and journals and things like that. And I'll go into that another time. I'll show you the books, you know, as we get closer to it. But we will be going back into these scriptures, guys. So get your pens and papers and get your books. AHAYAH Bible Book Club, we will be going back. And I also have, what is this? A bookmarks. I got, Song of Moses hats and things like that. So get ready for it. If you don't know the scriptures, if you want to learn, if you got some daughters, young people, and for the brothers, get your daughters into these scriptures. Learn the way of the Most High, AHAYAH. Okay, my music, I got music, and this is my Never Gonna Let You Go t-shirts. So guys, just support. Buy a t-shirt, or this is the album, my middle passage, and you can see 40 years. Chandra Simmons from 1987, guys, to 2027 makes 40 years for me in the music industry, in the wilderness. I survived Babylon. I am a daughter of Zion. I always sing that song because I survived Babylon. Praise AHAYAH Yashayah. I got out. And I got unscathed, no real war wounds. I thank you, Father, for that, for preserving me in this wilderness. Keeping me and, sustaining me, taking care of me. Bless the name of AHAYAH Yashayah. So, destruction is coming to America, and I'm so thankful that the Most High, I'm a living testimony that the Most High will sustain you, and He will protect us here in the scriptures say. He will protect those found within His borders. So, bless you, brothers and sisters. I pray you have a blessed week. I'll see you tomorrow at Nappy Hair Chronicle. So I will be, doing that. And I will be coming out with a new song for the album, AHAYAH'SPromise. Check it out. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to, get this channel up and going. I haven't used it in so long, but I want to use it for music, on my music journey. So I give all glory, honor, and praise to AHAYAH Yashayah. Love you.
So bring, there will be no night. Yashayah's righteous will light the sky according to His word. I see visions of streets of gold and precious stones and gates that's made of pearls. AHAYAH standing with the Lamb, right by His side, a sea of white as they worship at His throne. I see visions of honeycombs and pleasant fruit, and mountains drop down brand new wine. I wanna see my Savior. I'll ask Him about His day. I'll ask Him how He healed the sick, all the miracles, how He saved the world. I'll hear it from His mouth. I'll ask Him all about His life and I'll be amazed like I heard it the first time. Walking the street of golden glass, the wind blowing my fro. I'll be happy just to sing this song as I walk along the streets of Jerusalem. I'll sing bubble baby doody da doo day, doody da doo day, da doo day, ba 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 da doo doo day, doo doo day, doo doo day. He say the word, I'll hear it from his mouth. I'll ask him all about his life, and I'll be amazed like I heard it the first time. Walking the street of open glass, the wind blowing my fro. I'll be happy just to sing this song as I walk along the streets of Jerusalem. I'll sing babu day da doo da doo day, doo da doo day, da doo da day, ba 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 da da day. Babu bay da doody da doo day, doody da doo day, redeem me. Yes, he did. Bless his holy name and his son. He died so I can live. let you go. No, no, 'cause I'm never, never gonna let you go. Oh, I'm never gonna let you go. Hey, somebody, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. I'm never gonna let you go. I just want you to know, no, no. I'm never gonna let you go, let you go. I just want you to know, oh, 'cause I will never, never, ever let you go, no, no. 'Cause I will never, never, ever let you go, no, no. I'm never gonna let you go. I just want you to know. I'm never gonna let you go. I just want you to know. Oh no, I'm never gonna let you go. I just want you, just want you. I'm never gonna let you go. I just want you. Never gonna let you go. I just wanna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go.
Yo, stop fronting and use your head.
Wake up. America is Babylon, and she will be destroyed. Revelation 18 says, come out of her, my people. You must leave now.
Imagine a nation, rich beyond imagination, overflowing with influence, power and pride. A land where the
There's nothing you can do but get out of New York.
Wake up. America is Babylon, and she will be destroyed. Revelation 18 says, come out of her, my people. You must leave now.